Hello, everyone. We have Heather here, and she has an issue that we're going to be working through with EFT tapping today. And she mentioned to me earlier that one of her friends made a bit of a comment about her daughter's um, comment, and Heather was feeling her parenting skill was judged by her friends. And at the moment, the intensity rating is 5 out of 10. Is that right, Heather?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. So brilliant, great. So what we do is, I think the best way to deal with this, that we create this movie. We use the movie technique. So I want you to create a movie um, less than 5 minutes. Just remember the time that your daughter's saying something to you, or your friend kind of saying to your daughter, you're very disrespectful, and you take it on board as maybe your parenting skill has been judged. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So create that movie, put on the wall. It's just a couple of minutes, not more than a couple of minutes. I want you to look at it. And when you look at this now, you see yourself, see your daughter, your friend. What's the intensity of that now?
Yeah, it's a 5.
It's still a 5, yeah? Okay. And what kind of emotions coming to you when you look at it?
Anger,
Anger?
uh,
Okay.
yeah, embarrassment,
And where do you feel the anger in your body?
um, and my shoulders,
Shoulders,
Mhm.
okay. And embarrassment,
um, in my gut, like in my stomach.
okay. Anything else coming up when you look at that movie?
Those are the main two.
Yeah, anger and embarrassment coming up.
Yeah,
Okay. And if you were to rate anger, what would that be from 0 to 10? 10 is very intensive.
that would be a 6.
6. And the embarrassment.
Um, Slightly less, so I would say a 4, maybe.
So what's making you angry about that movie?
The way that I felt judged by her.
Okay. Feel judged by her. And what would you like to call this movie?
Friends' comment,
Okay. Or friend judgment might be a good one.
friends'
Which one?
judgment. Yep.
Yeah. And judgment. Okay, we call it friend judgment. And the embarrassment. What's the embarrassment is about?
Almost about like, should I have reacted differently to that? Based on what she said. So feeling embarrassed that maybe I should have dealt with that situation differently. I think that's where that's coming from.
Okay. So it made you feel like what, less of a parent? Or how would you describe it?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, less of a parent
Yeah.
or not a good parent,
Not a
maybe.
good parent, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing those. All right, let's start. Let's tapping to see what comes up. If anything else comes up, just share that with me. If any emotional intensity comes up, any other memory might come up from past as well, maybe from your childhood that might be even relating to this kind of things. You might even remember yourself calling your mother the similar things, and anything might be helpful. All right, let's start tapping all together, because the other people watching this are going to get borrowing benefits as well. So choose your own memory, whatever you want to work on, but park it. Just take the intensity rating, just do exactly what we're doing, just say exactly what we are saying. And at the end, we come back and see if you have got any borrowing benefits by checking your intensity level of your event as well. All right, thank you, Heather. Let's start by tapping side of your hand. Just repeat after me. Even though
Even though,
I have this friend's judgment movie,
even though I have this friend's judgment movie,
I acknowledge my anger and embarrassment.
I acknowledge my anger and embarrassment.
Even though
Even though
I have this friend's judgment movie,
his friend's Judgement movie.
Which made me feel like not a good parent.
Which made me feel like not a good parent.
I acknowledge my anger and embarrassment.
Acknowledge my anger and embarrassment.
Even though
I
felt like I was judged by my friend.
I felt that I was judged by my friend.
I acknowledge how I feel about this event.
I acknowledge how I feel about this event.
Okay, just go to your beginning of your eyebrows now. Let's start tapping on this and keep looking at your movie. And I want you to kind of feel your anger and embarrassment and feeling like not a good mother. And tell me what's happening in your movie when you look at it.
Just that feeling, that stab of anger almost, when I realised what she'd said and how it made me feel, you know, just that like, how dare she moment of like the judgment of her.
Okay. The judgment of her, how dare.
The judgment of her, yeah.
Yeah, how dare she make me so angry.
Yeah, how dare she.
Yeah, she made me so angry.
She made me so angry.
Yeah, and I feel so embarrassed about it.
I feel so embarrassed about it.
And I still think about it.
I still think about it.
And it still makes me angry and embarrassed.
It still makes me angry and embarrassed.
Why do you think it's still making you angry and embarrassed after all those years?
I wonder if there are aspects of my parenting that aren't good, or that there are things that I'm doing that, you know, aren't being a good mum.
Yeah. Okay. What does that mean for you if you're not a good mum?
It feels like you are like a failure, I suppose. Like it feels like I am failing as a mum.
Okay. Is this a big thing for you? Yeah. You don't want to fail?
Yeah.
So you have to get everything right as a mom?
Yes.
Do you think you get everything right as a mom?
No.
So does that make you feel like a failure?
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts of, did I handle that situation correctly as a parent?
Okay, how much power do you give it to that?
Oh, lots of power.
Ooh. Okay. Did your parents got everything right as a
parent?
No. Okay. No. So do you judge them?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about them?
I think there were aspects of their parenting that were harmful, maybe, like in me growing up. Do you know what I mean? Like, they had huge expectations from me, you know, to be good and, you know, behave. And as we know, and as I know, like, kids don't always behave and they're not always good.
Yeah. So I want you to kind of understand you did not have a role models, but you expect yourself to be a great mother, not make any mistakes. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
What's the likelihood of that?
It's I'm never going to be a perfect mother, because I don't think that exists.
Isn't it? Okay. But you're still going to beat yourself up every day.
I don't think I can continue to do that.
Okay. And how is that feeling?
Feels like I need to try and move past it.
Okay. What's in the way of moving past that?
Maybe my ego.
Okay. And how does it feel when you think about all this stuff? What's coming up?
just that embarrassment and that the thoughts of people think of me as a mother.
Oh, okay. Okay. What do they think then? What is their opinion? What's the worst thing they can think about you as a mother?
That maybe I'm too lenient, that I'm not checking the behaviour, of my daughters and things like that, if they get out of line or.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're worried about everyone's opinion or certain friends or family members?
Worried about everyone's opinion.
You're worried about everyone's opinion, what they
Yeah.
think about you as
Yeah.
a mother or as a person or a special mother?
It's both, but
Okay.
yeah, specifically a mother as well. Yeah.
Why a special mother? What's special about that?
I think because I'm bringing up other people, do you know what I mean? Versus it just being myself as a person. Like, it feels like, yeah, I think it's because it's, because I'm raising other humans. Do you know what I mean? You want to make sure that you're not doing any harm.
Okay. Even though I'm not a perfect mother,
Even though I'm not a perfect mother,
I want everyone to say that I'm perfect.
I want everyone to see that I'm perfect.
I'm not harming anyone.
Not harming anyone.
And what's the likelihood of this?
That I am a perfect or not a perfect mother.
Yeah, perfect mother, you're not harming your children. I mean, have you met anyone like that in your life?
Oh,
Hmm.
no, I mean, as I said, I didn't have a perfect upbringing. Like I said, my parents made mistakes,
Yeah,
but they were never anything that's turned me into this awful human. Do you know what I mean?
we learn from our mistakes, don't we? For
Yeah,
me, they're like learning steps. And if you
yeah,
don't make mistakes, we never learn anything. Okay,
yeah.
what's the intensity of your movie now when you look at it?
The anger
Mm-hmm.
is going right down. I feel like the anger is maybe a 2.
Okay. And embarrassment?
Like a 1.
Hmm. What about the whole movie? It was 5.
2.
It's gone down, but there's still some energetic charge there. So what is that too?
Don't know.
Mm.
I think it's me feeling like I'm putting unrealistic expectations on myself,
Mm.
to be that perfect mother.
Okay. And what's that going to give you?
Um, Being a perfect mother, what's it going to give me?
Yeah. Why do you have to be so perfect?
Because then it satisfies my ego, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that's what it's about. Maybe it's about proving it to myself.
Yeah. Trying to be so perfect, giving your power to all these people.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the likelihood of this? I mean, what's the perfect mother? I don't even know if this exists in life.
I don't think it exists.
But you like to put pressure on yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fine. Even though I like to put pressure on myself,
Even though I like to put pressure on myself,
maybe I can ease off a little bit.
maybe I can ease off a little bit.
How is that feeling?
I feel it's good.
Yeah. Maybe I can let go of this anger and embarrassment.
Maybe I can let go of this anger and embarrassment.
I'm not worried about what other people, say to me.
Yeah, I'm not worried about what other people say to me.
How is that feeling?
That feels really good to say that. Feels
Yeah.
powerful.
Okay. Even though
Even though
I might not be a good mother,
I might not be a good mother,
not a good parent,
not a good parent,
maybe I'm willing to accept myself the way I am.
maybe I'm willing to accept myself the way I am.
How is that feeling?
That feels good.
Okay. How is that judgment feeling now? You felt like you were judged by your friend. How is that feeling?
Yeah, that's down now. Like, I feel it feels neutralized. It doesn't feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you look at your movie, what's the intensity of your movie?
I feel I'm looking at it now, and it's happening, but I don't feel
You don't feel any
don't feel
energetic
that anger.
embarrassment, anything at all? Is it zero or is there anything else hiding?
No, the embarrassment's gone too.
That's good. That's good. So it's completely zero, yeah? There's nothing. I mean, you're smiling at it when you look at it, so I'm assuming it's a good one.
Yeah,
Good. That's good. Go
yeah,
to the top of your head. Now take a deep breath in and just shake off all that old energy. How are you feeling now?
yeah. I feel good. I feel good.
Great. Wonderful. Thank you very much for this. I'm going to stop the recording.